Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Gaura Premanande. Readings from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 2, Hiranyakashipu, the King of Demons. And today we are going to see, I think, verse number 48. This is what I was told. So before going to the verse, we'll chant the auspicious invocation prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Vitatабхивиннешо Abhiniveshoyam Vitatабхинивешоyam Yad Guneshvartadrikvachaha Yad Guneshvartadrikvachaha Yatha Manorata Swapnaha Yatha Manorata Swapnaha Sarvam Aindrikam Risha Sarvam Aindrikam Risha Vitathabhivineshoyam Yad Guneshvarta Drikvachaha Yatha Manorata Swapnaha Sarvam Aindrikam Risha. वितथाभिनिवेशोऽयम् यद्गुणेष्वर्थदृग्वच यथा मनोरथस्वप्न सर्वम् ऐन्द्रियकं मृषा वितथाभिनिवेशोऽयम् यद्गुणेष्वर्थदृग्वचः यथा मनोरथस्वप्न सर्वमैन्द्रियकं मृषा वितथाभिनिवेशोऽयम् यद्गुणेष्वर्थदृग्वचः यथा मनोरथस्वप्न सर्वमैन्द्रियकं मृषा. Mataji, वितथाभिनिवेशोऽयम् यद्गुणेष्वर्थदृग्वचः यथा मनोरथस्वप्न सर्वम् ऐन्द्रियकं मृषा. वितथा fruitless. Abhiniveshaha, the conception. I am this, yet, which, Guneshu, in the modes of material nature. Artha, as a fact. Drikvachaha, the seeing and talking of. Yatha, just as. Manorataha, a mental concoction. Daydream. Swapnaha, a dream. Sarvam, everything. Indriyakam, produced by senses. Mrisha, false. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanand Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation, please repeat. It is fruitless to see and talk of the material modes of nature and their resultant so-called happiness and distress as if they were factual. When the mind wanders during the day and a man begins to think himself extremely important, or when he dreams at night and sees a beautiful woman enjoying with him, these are merely false dreams. Similarly, the happiness and distress caused by material senses should be understood to be meaningless. Purport. The happiness and distress derived from the activities of material senses are not actual happiness and distress. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita speaks of happiness that is transcendental to the material conception of life. Sukham atyentikam yattat buddhigrahyam atindriyam. When our senses are purified of material contamination, they become atindriya, transcendental senses. When the transcendental senses are engaged in the service of the master of the senses, Rishikesha, one can derive real transcendental pleasure. Whatever distress or happiness we manufacture by mental concoction through the subtle mind has no reality, but it is simply a mental concoction. One should therefore not imagine so called happiness through mental concoction. Rather, the best course is to engage the mind in the service of the Lord, Rishikesha, and thus feel real blissful life. There is a Vedic statement, Apama Somam Amrita Abhuma Apsarobhir Viharamaha. Viharama. This refer- with this with reference to this to such a conception, one wants to go to the heavenly planets to enjoy with the young girls there and drink somarasa. Such imaginary pleasure, however, has no value, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 7.23. antavattu phalam tesham tad bhavatyalpamedasham. Men of small intelligence worship the demigods, and their fruits are limited and temporary. Even if by fruitive activity or worship of the demigods, one is elevated to the higher planetary systems for sense enjoyment, his situation is condemned in Bhagavad Gita as antavat, perishable. The happiness one enjoys in this way is like the pleasure of embracing a young woman in a dream. For some time it may be pleasing, but actually the basic principle is false. The material concoctions of happiness and distress in this material world are compared to dreams because of their falseness. All thought of obtaining happiness by using material senses have a false background and therefore have no meaning. Hari Om Tat Sat. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोन् श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सखगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सखगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगलंगायते गिरिं कपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं देवतारणं परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्यमीश्वरं कथाञ्चन स्मृते यस्मिन् दुष्करं सुकरं भवेत् विस्मृते विपरीतं स्यात् श्री चैतन्यं नमामि तम् हरे कृष्ण यथा विभिन्नेषोऽयं यद्गुणेषु अर्थदृक्वचः यथा मनोरथस्वप्नः सर्वं ऐन्द्रियकं वृषा. It is fruitless to see and talk of material modes of nature and the resultant so-called happiness and distress as if they are factual. When the mind wanders during the day and a man begins to think himself extremely important, or when he dreams at night and sees a beautiful woman enjoying with him, they are merely false dreams. Similarly, the happiness and distress caused by the material senses should be understood to be meaningless. So, in continuation to the different discussions or different instructions Yamaraj is giving to the family of Suyagya, now these instructions are given. So, here the main topic is mind and the concoctions of the mind. And mind is the most challenging thing for a practitioner of spiritual life. This has been acknowledged by Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, very famous shloka. Everybody knows. What is the shloka? Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayor yuvasudushkaram. He is saying that, oh Krishna, this mind is very much chanchala. Uh, is very, very fleeting, very much chanchala. Better I can bind the wind, but I cannot bind the mind. He's saying like that. He's saying like that. So therefore, and Krishna is not telling, hey Arjuna, don't bluff. It's not so difficult, it's very easy. What did Krishna say? Asamshayam hi mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam. He said that yes, without doubt what you are telling is correct. Without doubt what you are telling is correct. Why mind is so powerful? Krishna has made the mind so powerful because mind is the medium by which the material life will continue. And mind is also the medium by which we can meditate on Krishna. So, therefore, both aspects of mind are very powerful. Both aspects of mind are very powerful. The aspect of the continuation of material life is also a very powerful attraction. The aspect of meditating on Krishna is also a very powerful conception. Since both these powerful things have to be done by the mind, then naturally mind is very, very powerful. So it is not very surprising that mind is extremely powerful. So how does mind become the reason for the conception of continuation of material life? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yam Yam Vapi Smaran Bhavam Tejatyante Kalevaram Tam Tam Yevaiti Kaunteya Sada Tadbhava Bhavitaha. Whatever conception of mind, whatever conception you carry at the time of death in your mind, according to that conception, you will get one body. Rishabhadev further explains this point. He is saying, Parabhavastavat abodha jato yavarna jigyasata atma tattvam yavat kriyas tavadidam manovai karmatmakam yena sharira bandhaha. He gives very nicely the explanation that how mental concoctions lead to sarira bandha. So what he is saying, yavat kriyas tavadidam manovai. Whatever activities we are performing, in that activities, the mind is going and resting. Yavat kriyas tavadidam manovai. And because the mind is already applied there in those activities, then mind becomes karmatmaka. Prabhupada translate it as colored by karma. He actually gave the translation for karmatmaka as colored by karma. What does it mean? Karma atmaka. Karma means activity, atmaka means self identification. The activity which we are performing, due to the association of the mind with that activity becomes part of our self identification. You see how it works? That means we have identified ourselves with the mind. We are thinking, I am my mind. Even though we are not thinking like that, identification with the mind is caused by false ego. False ego is the subtlest of the subtle, and mind is the grossest of the subtle. So, therefore, whenever we speak of the subtle body, we always speak of mind. People are always saying, my mind is disturbed, my mind is peaceful, my mind is happy, my mind is sad. There's so much of talk about the mind, mental peace, all these things. And very few people talk about intelligence. Very few people talk about intelligence. They say, sometimes they say it's an intelligent person, sometimes they say it's not an intelligent person. Hardly anybody talks about false ego. Because false ego is the subtlest of the subtle. Actually, to understand the presence of false ego itself is very difficult. It's extremely difficult. How do we understand the presence of the false ego? We understand the presence of the false ego only by understanding our association with the body and the mind. That mind is there, it is thinking something, and we are thinking that this is my thought. Correct? Have we ever tried to differentiate our thought from the mind's thought? If we have some practice, we can do that. If we don't have the practice, generally it is extremely difficult to differentiate my thoughts from the thoughts of my mind. We are thinking the thoughts of my mind are my thoughts. And where those thoughts are coming, their thoughts are coming from the activities. Where the activities are coming from, where the activities are coming from. You know where it is coming from? Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, third chapter, Prakritya Kriyamanani Gunai Karmani Sarvasaha Ahankara Vimudhatma Kartaham iti Manyate. So the activities are coming from the influence of the three modes. The three modes are influencing us and they are making us to act in a certain way at a certain circumstance. And that circumstance and that way in which we have acted is taken by the mind as part of the self identity. And that self identity, it causes one more birth. This is theory, right? Very difficult to understand, maybe. So, therefore, we have to give an example. Okay. So, what is the example? The example is that I don't like one person. I don't like one person. And whatever he does, it irritates me because he is troubling me, right? He is irritating me and I am getting trouble because of that. So, therefore, when I see him doing something and I start thinking, this fellow is now going to cause more trouble to me, right? What I'm thinking. So, this thought process of thinking that this fellow is going to cause more trouble to me has become part of my self identity now. Because I will do something to stop him from troubling me. I will try to do something to stop him from troubling me. So, this has become part of my self identity now. I have identified myself as that person who does not like this devotee. That has become part of my self identity. I am a person who does not like this devotee because he is always troubling me. Now, what is the result of that? So, the result of that is that I have some unfinished business with him. He has troubled me, and I have gone through some trouble, and I have this in my heart that I have suffered because of this person. So, this is already in my heart. It has become part of my self identity that I am a person who has suffered because of him. That has become part of my self identity. So, now what I have to do? I have to take one more body to give him that suffering back because I need to square the account. Okay. I need to square the account. So I am telling Krishna, Krishna, my dear, you are very nice, but I need one more body. Why? I have some unsettled account. So since I need to settle this account, I need one more body. So Krishna also telling, okay, take one more body. Go settle the account. You see, karmatmakam yena sharira bandha. Yavat kriyas tavadidam manovai. Whatever we are doing, our mind is absorbed in that, and that absorption of mind causes our self identity, and that self identity it leads to one more birth. We are in a very dangerous situation with our mind. As much as we identify with our mind, so much we are prolonging our material existence. This is a straightforward, directly proportional relationship. You know what is directly proportional, right? The more you identify with your mind, the more we are going to spend time in the material world. It is very simple. Because the function of the mind is to create more and more self identities in the material platform. So, therefore, I have many self identities. I think that I am a man. I think I am husband of so and so. I think I am father of so and so. I think I am friend of so and so. I think I am enemy of so and so. I think that I am neutral to so and so. So, like this, there are millions and millions of self identities I have created for myself. And I have put all these self identities for millions of lifetimes. And I have stored all of them in the mind. And this mind is happily sitting with all this data. Therefore, due to that previous data which I have, when I see some person now, either I causelessly like that person or I costlessly don't like that person. It is not costless. It is not costless. It may look like it is costless, but it is not costless. Some previous data is getting churned. Getting churned. Like when a child is born, the child is neutral to the taste because just now he is born, no. But the child, while tasting things, naturally likes some taste, naturally doesn't like some taste. Nobody taught the child you should like this taste, you should not like this taste. So why does he like certain taste and why does he not like certain taste? Why? Because mind has already caused that association. So the mind is making me think I am sweet like her. Huh? I am a person who likes sweet. Mind is making me think I am a Corolla hater. I don't like Corolla. Corolla is very bitter. I don't like Corolla. Mind is making me think like that. I am neither sweet liker nor Karela hater. I am servant of Krishna. I am servant of Krishna. But we have created strong self identities with the mind like this. Millions and millions of self identities we are creating. So that is why Rishabhadev is saying, Parabhavastavad abodha jataha. Abodha jataha means what? Abodha jataha means born in ignorance. Born in ignorance. And this fellow was born in ignorance, that is okay, but he also grew up in ignorance. Why did he grow up in ignorance? Because he did not ask the right question. He did not ask the right question. What question he did not ask? He did not ask, what is my true identity? What is my true identity? Why I am suffering like this? He did not ask this question. Yavanna jigyasata atma tattvam. Rather, he is asking how to increase and expand this mental concoction of having happiness and distress. Therefore, if you want to come to spiritual life, Krishna is saying the basic thing you should do is to tolerate happiness and distress. Matra sparshastu kaunteya sitoshna sukadukada agama payino anitya stantitik bharata. Uh, So there are three basic things which one needs to do if one wants to come to spiritual life. And all the three are connected to the mind. The first thing one should do is that one should unnecessarily start lamenting. Asochaya nanna sochastam pragyavadam sabhasase gatasum agatasumscha nanu sochanti panditaha. On the platform of body and mind, one should stop lamenting. This is the first thing one should do. Because in this material world, everybody is lamenting on the platform of body and mind. Oh, he has this. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, he is so nice. Oh, I am not so nice. Oh, he is enjoying. Oh, I am not enjoying. So many lamentations we have. So many lamentations we have uh, in the platform of body and mind. First of all, we should stop this. We should stop this. What is the second thing? Krishna is saying, Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tata dehantara prapti dhiras tatrana muhyati. We should stop getting bewildered due to the change of the body. This is the second important thing we should do. Because throughout our life, uh, mind is getting bewildered by change of body. Body is continuously changing. Small child is born and the child doesn't know anything. Nyah, 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 it is crying and just lying there, passing stool, urine, everything in the same place. Then after some time, the child grows up, he starts moving. When he starts moving, he is bewildered by so many things. He is first of all bewildered by the idea that I can move. And then he is bewildered by so many things he is seeing. So he wants to put everything, put his hand in everything, he wants to pull, he wants to see, he wants to taste, he wants to do so many things. Huh? And then when he starts walking, then he wants to again, he is, he's able to walk, he's able to run, he get very bewildered. Now he wants to go out and play, he wants to do so many things, he doesn't want to stay in one place. He the same child who was staying in one place for 2 months, 3 months, passing stool, everything in the same place. Now he doesn't want to stay in one place. He wants to run here and there. He thinks running here and there gives pleasure. Then he grows up into some teenager, boy, girl, and then now this boy girl thing starts. Boy is looking at girl and getting bewildered. Girl is looking at boy and getting bewildered. Huh? So then after some time they get bewildered about their education, their career, that this everything, and then they go to a job and then they get very much bewildered by what is happening. So many bodies. One body is called boss, another body is called subordinate, another body is called peers. So all these bodies are coming and making big problem for him. So he doesn't know what to do, and then finally he gets associated with one more body called wife or husband, and then another set of bewilderment starts, which is sex life, and then together they produce one more body, and with that body they are most bewildered. My child is doing like this, my child is doing like that, my child is doing like, my child is doing by the time they become little old, again they start getting bewildered by their body. If I sit, the knee is paining. If I stand, the hip is paining. If I walk, the back is paining. So life is just going away, bewildered by the body. So, if you are spending your whole life bewildered by the existence of the body, then where is the time for the soul? Where is the time for the soul? So, therefore, Krishna is telling, don't get bewildered by the change of body. Anyway, it is supposed to change. Anyway, it is supposed to change. You cannot stop it. You cannot stop it. It has to go through the six vihara. It should be born, it should grow, it should remain for some time, produce some byproducts, it should dwindle, it should perish. This is the nature of body. We cannot change it. It is going to happen. It is going to happen. So Krishna is telling, just accept it. Don't get too much worked up with this body. What is the third thing Krishna is telling? That is about the mind. That one should become tolerant to the dualities of the material world, because material world is filled with the dualities. Sita Ushna Sukha Dukkha. Hmm? Sita Ushna Sukha and Dukkha, it is going to come. So if if we spend our whole life trying to counteract these dualities, life will become a big struggle, because there is no end to counteracting dualities. There is no end to counteracting dualities. Because why there is no end to counteracting dualities? Because there is no end to dualities. Material world is simply filled with dualities. So therefore there is no end to dualities, and there is no end to counteracting dualities. So a person who is intelligent, who wants to understand that he is not a body, he is a spirit soul, should first of all stop these three nonsensical things. What is the first thing he should stop? He should stop lamenting about the body. Second thing, what he should stop? He should stop getting bewildered by his own body and bodies around him. Okay. What is the third thing he should stop? He should stop counteracting the dualities beyond what is barely necessary. Some counteraction is required, means that when it is cold, you just put a sweater. That's okay. Some contraction is required, but beyond what is barely necessary, one should not counteract. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Gauranath ji ki, Lakshmi Singh Bhavani ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So therefore, one should not try to counteract beyond what is the bare minimum which is required. So therefore, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that a person who is not endeavoring for sense gratification, a person who is satisfied by what comes on its own accord, he is very, very dear to Krishna. He is very, very dear to Krishna. He is saying that we should develop this quality. What is that quality? That one should not start any action which is meant for sense gratification. And one should be satisfied with what comes on its own accord. Santushto yena kenachit. Sarvaramba parityagi. Krishna says what? Sarvaramba parityagi. Means that he is not making any effort to get sense gratification. And whatever sense gratification or distress comes, he is happy with it. Okay, this is what's supposed to come, it is coming. But he is very busy with some other thing. What he is busy with? He is busy with engaging his body and mind in Krishna's service. He is not a lazy person. He is not a lazy person. So normally when we say we should be satisfied with what comes on its own accord, then we may tend to think that, oh, this fellow is very lazy guy. Hmm? It is better to be lazy intelligent than busy fool. Prabhupada said it's better to be lazy intelligent than busy fool. Hmm? So this material world is filled with the busy fools. They are all very busy. Why they are fools? They are not fools because they don't have intelligence. They have a lot of intelligence. With that intelligence, they can create artificial intelligence also. There is so much of intelligence is there, but they are so foolish that they don't know how to apply their intelligence in the right way. What is the right way of applying intelligence? Krishna teaches in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. He is saying, Indriyani paranyahur, Indriyebhya param manaha, manasastu parabuddhe, ye buddhe parasastu saha. So Krishna is actually teaching us that what is the right way to use intelligence. He is saying that the senses are higher to the sense objects. The mind is higher than the senses. The intelligence is higher than the mind. And you, the spirit soul, is higher than all these things. Krishna is telling us. Why he is telling us? To make us feel good? No. To make us understand how to utilize mind and intelligence. So for that, we should understand what is the function of the mind. What is the function of the mind? Thinking, feeling, and willing. These are the functions of the mind. What is the function of intelligence? Correct apprehension. Hmm. Two more is there. Doubt, misapprehension, correct apprehension, memory, and sleep. These are the five functions of intelligence. Right? The three functions of mind is thinking, feeling, and willing. Now, the first thing is that we should try to separate mind from intelligence. Normally, what happens is that we don't separate mind from intelligence. We just seamlessly think that mind intelligence is everything same. We don't make a separation from mind from intelligence. Krishna is teaching us that there are different levels. There are sense objects, there are senses, there is mind, there is intelligence, and then there is you. Because Krishna wants us to think in these terms, not simply carried away by the mind and then think when the mind sees a sense object, mind just carried away by the sense object. By to the senses, to the medium of senses. I see gulab jamun, I just carried away, I forget everything. Oh, gulab jamun. So my life and soul has now become gulab jamun. I am running behind gulab jamun. Everything else is forgotten. Everything else is forgotten. So mind, intelligence, senses, myself, everybody is having one focused attention. Vyavasayatmika gulab jamun buddhi. So then the whole endeavor of material life has become how to obtain one gulab jamun. So see, we are in a very dangerous situation. Why? We are not differentiating all these things. This is a sense object. The senses are getting attracted to it. Mind is going through the process of thinking, feeling, and willing. And intelligence is going through the process of doubt, misapprehension, correct apprehension. We don't think like that. And what am I supposed to do with all this nonsense which is going on? We don't think like that. We don't think like that. But Krishna wants us to think like that. That is why Krishna is telling that, my dear sir, you please understand that there are many layers of activity. There are many layers of activity. So, normally what happens when a sense sees the sense object, because there is natural pairing between the sense and sense object, then the sense is directly attracted to the sense object. It's a natural pairing. It's a natural pairing. The sense is meant to be attracted to the sense object. Then mind kicks in. Then mind kicks in. Mind is going through the thinking stage. Huh? So I see gulab jamun, the eyes are already fixed on gulab jamun. Then mind is thinking now how to eat this gulab jamun. Mind is thinking now how to eat this gulab jamun. Then mind develops some feeling for gulab jamun. What is that feeling? Last time I ate gulab jamun, it was so nice. Now also this gulab jamun is sitting in front of me. If I can eat it, how nice it will be. Feeling. We are developing some feeling for gulab jamun. When we develop some feeling for gulab jamun, intelligence is coming inside and creating one doubt. Can I eat this gulab jamun or not? Can I eat this gulab jamun or not? Then there's some objection. What is that? You don't know why this gulab jamun is kept here. If you simply eat it, somebody may come and chastise you. Huh? Then the objection is getting resolved. How? Anyway, nobody is here. Anyway, I am here, gulab jamun is here. And nobody is here. If I eat this gulab jamun, nobody is going to see me. And nobody will doubt me because I am a very prestigious person. So therefore, I can eat this gulab jamun without risk. You understood? So now we have come to correct apprehension. Then eat the gulab jamun. Then I am very satisfied. I can go and sleep. Memory and sleep. Now what happened here? What happened here? If you analyze this whole episode, what happened here? Mind was directing the intelligence. Intelligence was not directing the mind. You see, this is what is happening. This is what is happening. Because of the self identification of the soul with the mind, the soul is not directing the intelligence to control the mind. Rather, the mind is directing the intelligence. But what Krishna is saying, Indriyani paranyahur, Indriyebhya param manaha, manasastu para buddhe, ye buddhe parasastu saha. So, when I see gulab jamun, when I see gulab jamun, then mind is thinking, here is gulab jamun, you like it, you can eat it. But before the feeling stage comes, intelligence is meant to intervene. Intelligence is meant to intervene, create a doubt. What is that doubt? First of all, is it prasadam? Is it offered? Is it prasadam? Doubt. Huh? Then the doubt may be resolved. Anyway, it is in the temple premises only. And this may be prasadam only. This may be prasadam only. Then another doubt. Am I supposed to eat this gulab jamun? What if this gulab jamun is simply meant for somebody else? If I eat this gulab jamun, am I not breaking the basic principle of getting into somebody's quota? Isavasyam idam sarvam yatkinche jagatyam jagat tena tektena bhunjita magrida kasya svidhanam. Doubt. Am I not infringing into somebody else's quota? Is this gulab jamun my quota? Should I touch it? So then the answer will come. It is not your quota. Nobody gave it to you. It is lying there because somebody has kept it there. So magrida kasya svidhanam. Don't even look at it, let alone touch it. Now the matter has been resolved. Matter has been resolved. So I have no association with this gulab jamun anymore. I have no association with this gulab jamun anymore. Matter is resolved. Then I can go and sleep without eating the gulab jamun peacefully. Huh? So see, the point is very simple. If you let the mind take over, if you let the mind take over, what will happen? Karmatmakam ena sharira bandha. Before we go to feeling stage, before we go to feeling stage, intelligence should come in. And the doubt and the resolution of doubt should be done based on Shastra. Doubt and resolution of doubt should be done based on Shastra. And a memory should be made on how to please Krishna. Then we are properly using intelligence. Then we are properly using intelligence. If we are becoming victim of mental concoction, mind likes something, mind develops feeling, mind becomes willing, and then intelligence is simply meant to plan how to acquire that. Or intelligence is meant to tell you cannot acquire that. In both cases, you have already made a commitment to take another body. When you acquire that, you have enjoyed it, it has created a samskara that is going to create another body. When you have not acquired that, then there is an unfinished desire, it is going to create another body. Clear? If you eat the gulab jamun, you tasted it, it has created a samskara that you can steal and eat gulab jamun, that is going to give you another body. If you don't eat the gulab jamun, there is an unresolved desire for eating gulab jamun, so you have to take another body to eat gulab jamun. Right? So in either case, when you are carried away by the thought process of the mind, and if we don't interfere with the Krishna conscious intelligence, we have already made our arrangement to take one more body. Arrangement to take one more body. So therefore, here Yamaraj is saying that please understand what is reality. What is reality? Reality is Krishna consciousness. Mind is meant to please Krishna. Mind is not meant to please itself. Mind is not meant to please itself. And we are not meant to think that when mind is pleasing itself, we are pleased. We are not meant to think that when mind is pleasing itself, we are pleased. Because we are not the mind. When mind is pleasing itself, we are not pleased. When we are pleased by serving Krishna, by enjoying the happiness of Krishna consciousness, then mind is pleased. Because mind become atindriya. Atindriya. So therefore, it's very, very important for all of us to differentiate ourselves from the mind by the utilization of intelligence. Especially when we are in some sort of misery and trouble. It's very important for all of us. Because then we can actually think through what we are going through properly. Otherwise, we will become automatic victim of mind. Will become automatic victim of mind. And we will just go from one body to another body. We will not even know what is hitting us. We will not even know what is hitting us. So therefore, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he has written one very wonderful poem. It's called Vaishnava K. What type of Vaishnava you are? So in that poem, he is starting with chastising the mind. Dushtamana, O wicked mind. What type of Vaishnava you are? I want to be Krishna conscious. I want to go to Goloka. I don't have any other desire. But am I the master of my mind or am I the victim of my mind? There is nothing wrong with my intention. There is nothing wrong with my intention. But there is everything wrong with my identification. Why? Even though my intention is to act like a spirit soul, my identification still rests with the mind. Still rests with the mind. So therefore, intention and identification should match each other. The process of making the intention and identification match is called sadhana bhakti. Is called sadhana bhakti. In sadhana bhakti, we are trying to engage all our senses in Krishna's service. Savai mana Krishna padara vindayor vachamsi vaikunta gunanuvardhane. Like that, everything, our body, mind, senses, everything we are trying to engage in the service of Krishna. So therefore, in engaging in different activities in the service of Krishna, we should not let the mind to interfere. We should not let the mind to interfere. Mind will interfere and it will ask question. You are such a great personality. You are such a great personality. This is such a menial service. Why you have to do this? Why you have to do this? There are so many people who are less qualified. They can do this service. They can do this service. Why you should do? You are a great person. You do great service. You are a great person. You should do great service. Why you are doing menial service? We have option either to become victim of mind or master of mind. Oh, wicked mind. What kind of Vaishnava you are? Always looking for glory, always looking for some glorification. What are you going to do? So, therefore, this Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, very important sloka, Uddharet Atmanatmanam, Natmanam Avasadayet, Atmaiva hi, Atmano Bandhur, Atmaiva Vipuratmanaha. One must deliver himself with the help of his mind. One should not degrade himself. For one who is trying to deliver himself with the help of his mind, mind is the best friend. But for one who is degrading himself with the help of mind, mind is the worst enemy as well. So therefore, mind wants to be in social media, mind wants dopamine rush, mind wants many things. But what do I want? I want to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So therefore, we should very clearly try to identify these things: sense objects, senses, mind, intelligence, and myself. And we should always think, what do I, as a spirit soul, want? What do I, as a spirit soul, want? And try to use intelligence to control the mind. This is what Krishna says. Evam buddhe param buddhva samstabhyatmanamatmana jahi shatrum mahabaho kamarupam durasadam. Krishna is saying. For the word param buddhva, Prabhupada has given very beautiful translation. He says deliberate spiritual intelligence. Deliberate spiritual intelligence. And in the bracket, he has written Krishna consciousness. Use of intelligence should be by proper deliberation. It should be based on spirituality, which is Krishna consciousness. Therefore, mind may create many demands to us. Every demand should be properly assessed by intelligence at the thinking stage itself. If you have gone to feeling stage, you have already made your life miserable. And if you have gone to willing stage, you already signed a contract with Krishna. I am going to take one more body. So therefore, um, this mind can be cleaned up. It is not a hopeless situation. It can be cleaned up. How to clean up the mind? Cheto darpana marjanam bhavamaha davagni nirvapanam shreyak kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadu jivanam आनन्दाम्बुदिवर्धनं प्रतिपतं पूर्णामृतस्वाधनं सर्वात्मा स्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण संकीर्तनम. So this is the method by which we can easily clean up the mind. The method by which we can easily clean up the mind. Okay, we'll stop here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Any question, comment, anything? Yes. I didn't tell. Krishna told. Hmm. 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 So first of all, why do you work for someone? You work for Krishna. Okay. And when you work for Krishna, even if you are taken out from one service, you have another service. So your service to Krishna will never stop. So you can always be happy because variety is the mother of enjoyment. You do this service and after you are get kicked out, then you can go on to another service. So you should not try to get kicked out, but you should try to do your service properly. But if you are kicked out, there is no problem. You can go on to some other service. Chanting is always there, but there are many services also there. Hmm. So it's no problem. It's not a big deal if you are kicked out. I'm kicked out many times. So if I'm kicked out from one place, I'll go and fall in another place. What is the big deal? What is the big deal? There's no big deal. No, no. That is why we should understand we are responsible for. That is why intelligence is required. When intelligence is utilized, if mind is saying, "Oh, this person is responsible for kicking me out," then what intelligence will do? Intelligence will remind you of one shloka. What is that shloka? Tattenu kampam sushamikshamano bunjana yevatma kritam vipakam hridva kvapubhir vidadan namaste jivet yo samukti padadaya bhak. Intelligence remind you this shloka. You know this shloka? Intelligence ask you, you know this shloka? You say, yes, yes, I know shloka. What Krishna is saying, what Brahma is saying in that shloka? He is saying that Bunjana evatma kritam vipakam. Whatever you did, you came back to you, stupid fellow. You sent one courier with a bomb, it is coming back to you because you wrote your own address in that. Now you open the parcel and bomb is exploding. What nonsense is this? And you are telling that this courier fellow delivered bomb to me. Who packed the bomb? Who wrote the address? Who put it in courier? Everything I did. I packed the bomb, I wrote the address, I put it in courier, and courier flow will bring it to me only. No, he will not give it to the neighbor. Right? So when bomb is exploding, why you are telling the courier fellow brought bomb to me? Right? So that's function of intelligence. Understand? So then you can be blissful. Because if someone makes your life miserable, then you can be very sad. If you have made your own life miserable, then at least you have satisfaction. I made my own life miserable.
And Ruji, like if we don't have that much knowledge, like intelligence is like not that much strong or that much
So
knowledgeable.
therefore, Krishna consciousness is meant for intelligent people. Krishna Varnam Tusa Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yagyahi Sankirtana Prayer Yajantihi
Sumer.
Sumedesaha. That when you come to Krishna consciousness, then you will get this intelligence. See, devotees know that we are suffering because of our karma, right? Every devotee knows. Even a devotee comes like, Bhakti Visha, he will attend 3 times. Fourth week, he will know that he is suffering because of his karma. Is not knowledge is not the problem. Application is the problem. Why application is the problem? Because we don't use intelligence over. mind. We use mind over intelligence. That is the problem, right? Okay. Yeah.
But like it feels that like if we don't take that sense of it, then we will like suffer, or we will not. The body will not function like that. It
It feels like that. No. So that's why you've gone to feeling stage. You should interfere. You should interfere in thinking stage. No, I'm seriously telling. See, the moment you go to feeling stage, you already have a problem because you have some develop some feeling for it. ध्यायतो विषयान पुंसः संगस्तेषु जायते. When you at ध्यायतो विषयान पुंसः, at that time you should intervene. Sangashtesu jayate. When you intervene at that time, it's already going to be difficult
but
because
when
you're already feeling.
dialogue is happening, that time also mind is constantly thinking. Then
So that is why see two things. One is that it requires practice. What Krishna says,
abhyas.
abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha vidyate. He is not saying that without practice it is going to come. Krishna is saying you need practice. So you need to constantly practice putting intelligence over the mind. Then it will become natural. It will not come like this. It's not going to come like this. You are going to practice. When you practice, Krishna is going to help. When Krishna is going to help, at one point it is going to become natural. But you should practice. So that is why in Uddhava Gita, Krishna says that sometimes devotee he does something wrong. He knows that he is not supposed to do it, but he does it. But then he actually burns in the fire of regret. Uh, So that becomes his qualification. He is using his intelligence, but he is using his intelligence in a belated manner. But still, he is using his intelligence. That intelligence is actually giving him the repentance. So that repentance is very healthy because that repentance will actually make him use intelligence at the right stage. Yeah. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, that you told that sometimes because of unfinished business we are taking another body.
I'm not telling.
Means,
Rishabdev is telling.
yeah, I received that. But you said because of unfinished business. So how can we miss कैसे बच सकते हो अनफिनिश
हाँ
बिजनेस
उसको
में?
फिनिश करने का कैसा फिनिश करने का है उसका फिनिश करने का कृष्ण कॉन्शियस तरीका है वो क्या तरीका है जगन्नाथ के सामने आना है और बोलना है जगन्नाथ जी मेरा बहुत अनफिनिश्ड बिजनेस है मेरा बहुत अनफिनिश्ड बिजनेस है ये अनफिनिश्ड बिजनेस के साथ मैं कभी कृष्ण कॉन्शियस नहीं हो सकता है मैं इतना बुरा कर्म किया है कि इतना अनफिनिश्ड बिजनेस मेरा मन में पड़ा है आप कृपा करके मुझे क्षमा कीजिए अभी आगे से मैं ऐसा गलती नहीं करूंगा मेरा जो पुराना अकाउंट है उसको आप प्लीज साफ कर दीजिए हृदवक वबुभिर विददन नमस्ते हृदवक वबुभिर विददन नमस्ते so for that it requires some strength it requires some strength to say that I am wrong when it feels to you that everybody else is wrong when it feels to you that everybody else is wrong मेरे ऊपर हत्याचार हो रहा है when it feels like that to you and everybody is also telling you अरे तुम्हारा ऊपर इतना अत्याचार हो रहा है हमने हमारी जिंदगी में ऐसा नहीं देखा है तुमको न्याय चाहिए when people are telling all these things it takes some strength to stand in front of Jagannath and tell that I am wrong मेरा अकाउंट थोड़ा सा साफ कीजिए it takes strength to do that but you should do it that's the only way to clean up the old account you should do it. Huh? Yes.
You said that means Krishna only said that senses are higher than sense objects.
Hmm.
There he did not mention anywhere false ego.
Ah, the point is that it's already mentioned. It's already mentioned. It doesn't have to be mentioned everywhere. Okay. Due to the false ego, the association is there. That he already mentioned. Where he mentioned? In the beginning of third chapter, he mentioned. What is that? Prakriti kriyamani gunai karmani sarvasaha ahankara vimudatma kartahamiti manyate. He has already mentioned the association of false ego there. Okay. Now, due to association of false ego, you are afflicted by lust. Due to lust, you are doing things knowingly which are Wrong. Now, how to get out of it? Then you actually understand that I, the spirit soul, is separate from all this association which is caused by false ego. And then instead of them using it, using you, you use them. Currently, what is happening? Mind is using you. Instead of that, you use mind. Clear? Okay, we should stop here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaura Premanande. Thank you very much.